Welcome to Ask a Lawyer with Christopher J. Zachar at the Zachar Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Chris is a state bar certified specialist in personal injury and wrongful death cases. Fighting for clients' rights and compensation is his passion. Attorney Zachar answers your questions about the law and how it affects you.
Chris, what should I expect during my first meeting with a personal injury attorney?
The first meeting with a personal injury attorney, there are a couple things you should expect. But first and foremost, you should expect the attorney that you're talking to or meeting with to listen to what you have to say. A lot of attorneys, especially the inexperienced ones, like to talk, and they like to try to prove to you that they purport to understand exactly what they're doing, but that really doesn't do them any good. It doesn't do you any good. You should expect your attorney to ask questions, but then to listen. So they understand, number one, exactly what the problem is, but number two, what it is specifically that you are looking to accomplish. You get an attorney who understands that and listens to you, then they'll know exactly what their task is, and they know where the case needs to go. Secondly, you should always expect that your attorney will know more than you do about the law and about the procedure and about the subject matter and exactly where things need to go.
Why is it important to hire an attorney that focuses on personal injury law?
You know, over the course of years, the practice of law has become just as specialized as the practice of medicine. And before, you break a bone, you go to your family physician. They were kind of a one-stop shop. It's not the case in medicine anymore. Now if you break a bone, you go to an orthopedist. If you have the flu, you go to your primary physician. If you're having headaches, you get referred to a neurologist. Practice of medicine has become very specialized. And honestly, the practice of law has as well. That's why in Arizona, they have what they call certified specialists in different areas of the law. And it's hard to tell the difference, and it's difficult, but a lot of attorneys think the practice of personal injury law is easy. So-and-so gets rear-ended out on the road out here. Well, anybody can handle that case, and anybody can make a few bucks off that case. And what we tell people is, yeah, well, then go ahead and give it a shot, because there are so many different issues and aspects of personal injury law that you actually have to know in order to not only handle the case, but in order to get the best result for the client. You've heard the term jack of all trades, master of none, and that applies to the law too. So when you're looking for a personal injury attorney who's an experienced personal injury attorney, first and foremost, see if the attorney is a certified specialist in personal injury and wrongful death. Secondly, if you're not sure about that, ask the attorney what their track record is. Do they try cases? Do they go to court? Are they willing to fight for their clients? If they are, then maybe you're in the right place. If they tell you something like, oh, well, we don't need to do that. We're good. All of our cases settle. That's a red flag. I'd say don't walk, run. Because if all of their cases settle, then they're not willing to take the next step to get you the best result.
Should I accept the insurance money for an accident? I mean, how do I know I'm getting what I deserve?
If we're representing you, the one thing you're going to get from Zachar Law Firm is you're going to get the honest truth. Good settlement, bad settlement, it's a decent amount of money. It's not enough money. Here are your options. Here's what we can do. Here's the next step. What we do at Zachar Law Firm, which is different than a lot of other law firms, believe it or not, is we actually file lawsuits for our clients. We are willing to do the work that's necessary. We're willing to work for a living is what I tell people. And sometimes working for a living means you can't just simply accept that last offer the insurance company made. You got to be willing to show them you're serious. You have to be willing to file lawsuits. We firmly believe that lawsuits bring better results for our clients. We've got 5 litigation attorneys right now at Zachar Law Firm. This is what we do. We also do a lot of litigation work for other personal injury attorneys who don't litigate, aren't willing to litigate, don't know how to litigate. They refer their cases to us. We file the lawsuits, we get the better results. So how do you know you're getting what you deserve? Well, you should be able to rely upon your attorney being honest with you, and your attorney certainly will be more honest with you if they're in a position to take that case to the next stage, if in fact that's exactly where it needs to go.
So let's say an insurance adjuster from, the at-fault party has called me. How do I handle this? Be
careful. They're in the business, you're not. They know how to control the conversation. First and foremost, the one thing they're going to want to do is they're going to want to get a recorded statement from you. They tell you we have to get a recorded statement regarding your version in order to open the file. Okay, big red flag. No, they don't. They do not have to. They want to record you because they want to try to get you to say things that they are going to try to use against you later. You should never give a recorded statement to an insurance company on your own. Reasons being this: you're not experienced in this particular aspect of personal injury claims. They are. So what should you say to them? What shouldn't you say to them? If you don't know the answers to those questions, you should not be talking to the other side's insurance adjuster on your own, and you absolutely should not be agreeing to give a recorded statement regarding your case. Tell them you need time. Hang up the phone. Don't feel bashful about it. Hang up the phone and contact an experienced Phoenix personal injury attorney to discuss your case and decide which is the best way to go. Let your attorney handle those communications with the insurance company. That's what they're there for. That's what we do. And allowing that to happen will simply protect you and protect your case as best we can.
And finally, Chris, I've got a pre-existing condition, an old football injury. Is that going to impact my personal injury claim?
The other side is certainly going to try to make it impact your personal injury claim. They will look for and they will latch on to any sort of pre-existing injury or condition that they can in order to argue, oh, see, all these injuries did not come from this motor vehicle crash. You had these problems before. We see it a different way. We see it as everybody has some things that have happened in their life previous to. Do they really have anything to do with the motor vehicle crash? Or is what we call a red herring? It really doesn't have anything to do. And the way we see these things is, let's say you have a pre-existing condition. Do you know that having that pre-existing condition really only makes you even more susceptible to an injury in a motor vehicle crash? Arizona law says if a crash causes you a new injury or aggravates an old injury, the other side still has to pay for it. The insurance company won't tell you that, but that's the way Arizona law really works. So, we see these things all the time.
Thanks for listening to Ask a Lawyer with Christopher J. Zachar at the Zachar Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Join us next time as Chris answers your questions about the law and how it affects you.